started, the way everything started, is that Dallas Jenkins, who created the show, I was living in New York, and Dallas, I believe it started with sending a tape, as usually it's very common with projects. You know, you send a tape of the audition, and then I flew to Los Angeles to meet Dallas.
Yeah, let's see. Let's
do this. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And then, so yes, we enjoy this wind.
Amazing. Es ist so heiß hier, Leute. Es ist wirklich krass.
Amazing. So yeah, so I think so. Dallas, we sent a tape, and then I went to Los Angeles and I met Dallas, and then I think 2 months after we started filming season 1 in Texas on a lake very much similar to the lake that we are seeing behind us. So a lake in the middle of Texas, and in this small town called Capernaum, Texas. And you ask yourself, what? Capernaum in Texas? It doesn't make any sense. But they recreated this village in the middle of Texas, and it was really special. So we came, and it was very small. We just had the first four episodes, and we did the first 4 episodes in that little town and on that little lake. It was a very intense shoot. And and then everything.
Yeah, they told us that when you filmed the first 4 episodes, you didn't know that the show will go on for seven seasons.
Not at all, not at all.
Yeah,
we absolutely didn't know, and you want to a little bit less wind. How do you feel?
Wind.
A little bit.
Walk a little bit. That's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, the people are very interested in the set.
So we were. The first 4 episodes, we had no idea. We just had the first 4 episodes, so we had no idea where it's going. We had no idea what's going to happen with it. We were doing the first 4. We finished them. We were very happy. It was a very deep experience. It was a very emotional experience. And then we all went our separate ways. As far as we were concerned, we finished. That was the finished product. The first 4 episodes. It started. There was a beginning and an end. It ended with the fish, with the miracle of the fish. It was. I know it's very hard to believe right now, because we are in the heat here, but it was so cold when we were filming it. It was in the winter.
Wow.
And the winter, for some reason, it was like a very harsh winter. So we were inside the water and we were freezing. Like we had these suits underneath the clothes and we were freezing. And so we finished with the miracle of the fish, and then we, very happy, went home. And then in the summer, they called us back and said, hey, there's another 4 episodes. So we brought everything back, and we did another 4 episodes. And then we were then everything changed. It was heat. The whole atmosphere changed. And we had this, the wedding was one of the episodes in that, the wedding scene with turning water into wine.
Yeah.
So it was a totally different atmosphere. Again, a few months of filming, everything was totally different, very intense, very warm, very different atmosphere, very different relationships. Everything was going. But then that's it. We finished it, and we were like, oh, wow, we finished the season. How cool. That's it. Not knowing anything, not knowing what's going to happen, not knowing anything. We thought we were done. We did 1 season. It was really beautiful. It was a beautiful, emotional, and amazing experience, but that's it. And then, and then suddenly,
it went bigger and bigger.
Suddenly, it caught on. That first season caught on. We came back to do season 2. Then in season 2, we added Utah into the mix. So suddenly it was this city, and we go into the city, which portrays, in different cases, different cities. So we suddenly had this big cities to play with.
Yeah.
Everything suddenly started growing. And then we had Texas, where we are standing now. Slowly this idea started being built, that there's going to be a big set in Texas. So that small city, in season 2 we were still in Capernaum, in that small town. And then slowly we were moving to this place. So by season 3 we were already, we're now behind. This is my house. This is the back of my house.
We can walk a little bit.
So yeah, let's walk. So this is, let me show you. So this is You see all the, we're used to them. That's the truth. We're so used to everything, all the flying things and the heat and all that kind of stuff. So this is Simon's house. This is the mezuzah. This is my house. Again, the indoor of the house, we film somewhere else.
Yeah.
But this is the outside of the house. So here, for example, when I come back at the end of season 3, when I come back and give Eden a hug and we join together, it's right here. I come walking from there. This is where that corner.
Your brother is there too?
My brother. And so we like I was saying, the forgiveness of Matthew, the hug that we had in season 4 was right in that corner. So everything is really close. The scene of Jesus with Thaddeus and little James when they're here and they're crying and all mushy, and I come outside and I see them crying and don't understand what's going on. That happens right here. So this whole thing, Gaius when he comes to visit the house, he comes here. So everything happened here, and so we moved to this set, and then this started being Capernaum, and sometimes outside of Jerusalem, and then everything you can see, everything became more real because you're in a city, you're living in a city.
And all these details are so well done. It's so crazy.
So well done, isn't it well done?
Yeah,
it's like it's beyond. It's they're making it beyond. Like look, this is solid stuff.
Yeah.
So you're not feeling like you are in a set and something can whatever break. You're actually using doors. You're actually feeling very, very real. Now it's not dress, even though it's so real and so beautiful. It's not even dressed. So on the day that we film, they also dress it and they make everything look this.
All the details.
And they really did an amazing job with this, and it really feels so like a real city.
Does it help you to see how much the set is growing, to understand that the show is like so many? Do you know how many people watching the show?
Yeah. But I will admit that I'm thinking about it in a much more egotistical way, which is the help is the fact that everything is feeling more real. So you can really get lost in a reality. When you're walking these alleyways, you can really easily get lost in a reality of I'm inside this place. So as an actor, being egotistical as an actor, it really makes it easier. Like the bigger the show is, it's funny. That's the interesting thing, because what often can happen is that the bigger the show is, the less deep and the less real between people it can happen. Because it's very easy to, when there is a lot of people watching, it's very easy to go to a place of ego and a place of that. And it actually, so the beautiful thing about this show, and I think what the most special thing about this show is that the interpersonal relationship, the dynamic between us has not changed at all.
Between the actors?
Between the actors, between the writers, between the crew, between everybody. The actors are a very small part of this production. There's 150 people that are creating this thing, and we are just a small. Every day you see like one or two of us, but behind the camera there's a huge crew that is creating all of it. So that dynamic never changed. We are all still one big family creating it. And the cool thing about the show growing is that the sets became bigger, which means that there's less need. Like that first Capernaum set that we were talking about, there was a lot of imagination that needed to be used because it was a small set. So we had to use more imagination. So being an egotistical actor that just wants an easier life for himself, being on this large set, it's much easier because you don't have to imagine a lot. So the bigger the show is, the easier it is for us to just to be in this world, in this environment. You actually can walk a whole street. One time we walked here with Matthew, there was a walk and talk that we just went all around on our way to the Roman Quarter. We just walked the entire set, and to be able to be in such a beautiful set for an entire day, and to be just walking such a long time, and all along the way, you don't have to imagine things. You can actually see the vendors, and everything is real. It makes it so much easier and so much better that. That's so I'm very happy that the show is growing. On the fan aspect of it, I have to admit that it's impossible to get. It's very untangible. You know what I mean? It's in the ether. This idea of so many people watching.
It's crazy.
So you cannot really. It's almost you cannot touch it. It's too big to grasp.
And I think it doesn't help you as an actor if you think about how many people are going to watch.
No, you can only focus on the same things. That's the truth. The truth is that the show has grown, but the way we have been working has not changed at all. At all.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're keeping it very family and we're keeping it very personal, and it's fun. It's we've gotten really close to each other. That's another nice thing about years going by and feeling more at home with each other.
I mean, it was 2019 when you guys started. It's almost 5 years.
Almost 5 years, yeah. It's amazing to think about it, huh? Yeah, exactly. The relationships are deeper. Everything, you grow up together. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's a very, 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 very special thing and grateful thing to be a part of.
What will happen after season 7 when you all?
What will happen? I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, it's interesting.
Project.
Yeah, who knows what they will think about.
But I think these kind of friendships, they stay.
Of course,
as actors.
of course. But that's the thing about being an actor, to be totally honest. It's like, it's a bit of a theme of this job, which is, again, this is a very unusual situation where you get to be 7 years. You will end up being 7 years with each other. So that's a very unusual thing. Usually a project, you will come and you will spend very intense few months with the people, and then you go away. But you really get, because it's such an vulnerable work, and because it's so sensitive, and that you really get really, really close really, really fast. So you create these families around the world. Like every project that you do, you have this new family, and then each person goes to their own next thing, but you have in the back of the mind. So like Eric from, you know, Eric Avari, who plays Nicodemus, you know, my first job as an actor was doing a play with him. You know?
But not The Chosen.
Not The Chosen. Totally
okay,
Shakespeare play. We did. Me and Eric did a
funny.
Shakespeare play. My first job out of drama school, you know, was a Shakespeare play with Eric Avari, and we did the play together. We became such good friends. We became really, really, really close. And then each of us left. You know, we kept it every once in a while. Would pick up the phone and call each other. But you know, we were living and working in different parts of the world. You know. And then suddenly, on my first day of set, on my first day of filming The Chosen,
so cool.
And I wasn't sure if because Dallas, when I auditioned, he came to me and told me, listen, there's this amazing actor that we're trying to get to the role of Nicodemus. His name is Eric Avari. I was like, what? You're crazy, this is my friend. And so, but I wasn't sure because everything happened really quickly. I wasn't sure if he's actually going to be playing the role. And on my first day of set, I'm playing this scene. I'm lifting a bunch of nets, and Eric is coming from behind and said, "Who let this guy on set?" You know? I was like, "My God, this is one of my, you know, it's one of my good friends." So it's
these kind of friendships between actors.
So that is a good example of how it's like at the end of the day, it's a small world. So we all kind of rotate and we meet each other again in different parts, and so it's really, really fun. You know?
So you enjoy all the time when you're filming with them. Now season 5.
Yeah.
Enjoying filming.
Very much. We had a big Utah was really big. It was all like really big group scenes.
Yeah.
And now we're moving into the indoor. So we started here outside, as you can feel in this heat, and then now we kind of moved inside.
Imagine they are in Germany, they don't feel the heat. It's so crazy.
Yeah,
it's
no,
so
it is very hot, huh?
Yeah.
So, but I have to say, as long as I don't have to wear too much clothes, I'm okay. Once there's a spoiler that this year they gave me sleeves to my costume, and it's gotten really hot. With the previous seasons, I didn't have sleeves, so I was feeling very comfortable, and that's why I like the now I have sleeves, so I'm a little like, you know, you wear too much in the heat. But yeah, so now we are moving inside. Yesterday you came to watch what we were doing yesterday?
Yeah, we saw some scenes from it.
Yeah, so that was inside. We are moving inside. It's more comfortable. It's more like personal. It's more close. It's really nice. Then you can, when you are outside, it's a little bit like a little bit like a battle. You know, everyone is, you know, everyone in front of the camera. There's an intensity around it, and now when you're inside, there's this kind of ability to be a little more like, you know, more details and play around with it a little bit. So it's really, really nice. So we're enjoying that transition too.
Man, we're so happy to see season 5. Your work.
Me too.
Thank you for all this, man.
I love Germany, and I hope you come and visit us, and I will come visit you soon very much. Yes.
Thank you, man.
Awesome.
Thanks for the interview.
Thank you. Awesome. Guys, pleasure.